Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. I'm Natalie Caitlin. I'm a medical doctor, a content creator, and a business owner, and I somehow manage all of that without losing my mind. Welcome to a new video on my channel, and welcome to a new episode of Cuppa with TheStylishMed. In this episode, I want to talk to you guys in depth, in detail about how to do your internship as a foreigner in Tanzania, specifically how I did my internship and how I got to doing my internship here in Tanzania. If you guys don't know already, if you're new to this channel, I relocated here from Botswana about a year ago, and I've been doing my internship here in Dar es Salaam. So how I got here, we're going to discuss all of that, how I applied, what you need to do, the costs involved, the time frame, all of that good stuff. We're going to discuss that in this video. And because this is Cuppa Chats with TheStylishMed, there's no chatting before we get our cuppa in hand. I'm actually going to make a latte, my favorite cuppa. If you don't know, if you're new to this channel, we love lattes on this channel, okay? So we're gonna make a quick latte and then we're gonna head to the desk and get chatting. So I'm having Cafe and I've already bought my milk. It's in here. We're gonna get a cup of coffee in here, and I also have Cadbury drinking chocolate to sprinkle all over. Sometimes I actually mix the coffee with this, like in the cup, a mocha vibe. Is it mocha, whatever it's called, okay? And but sometimes I typically just make my latte and then I sprinkle some chocolate over it, and then if I have actual like a chocolate bar, I'll also like melt that into it and just indulge, because that's what I like to do. So I already have sugar in here, and so I'm actually just gonna add the coffee to the thing, and then I haven't actually put it to the max point. I've put it to like the 3/4 point, and then we connect. Make sure it's secured. I've just gone ahead and sprinkled the chocolate on top, and here we have the final product. How yummy does my cuppa look? Now that I have my cuppa ready, we can go and sit and have a chat and discuss. The first thing you need to know about internship in Tanzania as a foreigner is, number one, you're not going to get paid. That's the one question that a lot of people ask, is, are you going to get paid? So let's just get this out of the way. You do not get paid as a foreigner if you're doing your internship in Tanzania. Some hospitals, however, have a call allowance, a night call allowance, which is if you're on call, you get a certain amount of money, which, to be honest, is not going to be much to sustain your life as a foreigner. It's probably going to cover your food, maybe your transport, but it's unlikely to cover like all your expenses as a foreigner. So let's get that out of the way. This is so good. Okay, the first step you need to do is, like, once you have your degree, if you stayed outside of Tanzania, regardless of whether you're Tanzanian or not, you have to have your degree verified by the Tanzania Commission of Universities. That means they essentially look at your degree and see if it's proper, if it's accredited, if the university you went to is accredited, if your degree matches like the skills that the people that are here have. And that's essentially what that verification process is. So this is a process that you can do online. I will leave the link in the description box of this video, so do check it out. So what essentially happens is you upload all your documents, your degree, So the documents that you're going to need to submit is going to be essentially your birth certificate, your high school certificates, that's O level and A level if you did O level and A level, or your matric or whatever it is, your equivalent to O level and A level, as well as your transcripts throughout your university and your degree and the translation and graduation certificate if you have. For those of you that studied in China, I know that you guys typically get a degree as well as a graduation certificate. Just upload everything as well as your transcripts, and then you need your passport, obviously, if you're not Tanzanian. If you studied in a country that they don't speak English, or where English wasn't your mode of instruction and your degree is not in English, you need to upload your original degree in its original language as well as the translation of that degree. So for example, if you studied in China, you need to upload your Chinese degree as well as the English translation of that. If you studied in Russia, if you studied in Ukraine, wherever you studied, upload both of them. Don't just upload the English one, because the English one isn't actually the degree, as the translation version is the translated version of the degree. Then so this process is online. You upload all of these documents, and then you pay a submission fee or an application fee, a processing fee. I think it's called a processing fee of 100,000 shillings, which is essentially about $43. It's less than it's about $45 or less USD. And then this process typically takes about 2 to 3 weeks, although I suggest that you press them. Like once you see that 2 weeks has passed, press them. You can actually call. There's a phone number that you can call in person, and this is what I was doing while I was in Franciscan, Botswana. I would actually call them and be like, hello, I submitted my documents 2 weeks ago, blah blah blah, can you please give me an update? Because sometimes you'll find that your documents are just sitting and they haven't even started on it, and that's what happened to mine. Whereas my friends, they got theirs like within 2 weeks, boom, they were done. And then mine took time because they just hadn't started on it. But if you keep reminding them, if you keep calling them, they will actually get onto it, and they're actually quite efficient, if we being totally honest. And so once you've got that done, this certificate that you get after verifying your degree is collected in person. So when you go to the Tanzania Commission of Universities, which is somewhere in Dar es Salaam, someone actually collect this for you. So as long as that person has the original documents, they can go and collect this certificate for you. And another thing I should have mentioned previously when I talked about the payment is this payment isn't online. This payment needs to be made in person at a bank. So it's very important that you have someone who can help you, someone, maybe a friend, a relative who lives in Tanzania, who can help you with this processing and payment part, because you obviously don't want to come all the way here to get this process started, because you're going to be here for a very long time waiting for internship. So have someone like a friend from uni, a friend, a relative, anyone who can make this payment for you and scan you the receipt, and because you're going to need to upload the receipt when you upload your documents as well. Obviously you need to have the original receipt, so they should keep it for you until you get there, and then you take this receipt as well as your original documents when you go and collect the certificate. So once you've got your certificate, then you're done with the Tanzania Commission of Universities part. You're done with verifying your degree. It's now time to actually apply for internship. So they have 2 intakes. They have a February, March, and an October, November intake. So we start our internship in November, like mid-November, and I'm assuming that the next batch will probably start early November or mid-November as well. I don't know. But so every year and every intake, they actually announce the dates in advance, like internship application is going to open on this and this date. Now this part is the tricky part, because it's an online application and there are thousands, literally thousands of people waiting to use the system that has one server. And the system is going to go down, the server is going to shut down, the server is going to go offline, it's going to go, a lot of things going to happen, it's going to keep knocking out of the system. So you really need to make sure that you have good internet, and obviously if you're doing this process, you need to be in the country. Chances of you succeeding to get this process done are very slim if you're not in the country at the time that you're applying for this, unless obviously you have a friend who's a local who can actually do this for you while you're wherever you are. For me, I had my documents verified around like early October, and I was already here because I came here early October. So I came here early October, and then early November is when the portal opened, and so I was essentially here actually for a month. And during that month I did like my research, like the hospitals that are around, the different places, because obviously when you're a foreigner you don't know much about the places, the hospitals. You might want a certain hospital. Like for me, when I came, I knew that I wanted to go to Mloganzila, which is one of the big hospitals in Tanzania specifically. It's like a big government hospital. They take like 100 interns, whatever. And when I got here I was like, no, never mind, I am going to go to a private hospital. And that's what I did. So make sure that you have someone who can like give you information about like the different kinds of hospitals that they have, the different kinds of cities and towns and locations, essentially like the internship centers. I am obviously not the best person to give you guys this information because I've only been here for a year and I only know about the places that I've encountered. So yeah, make sure you do like your research during the time that you're waiting for your internship placement and before, obviously, because by the time that the portal opens you need to know the hospital that you're applying to, because the places go like boom. It's like a lot of people are waiting. Literally over 1,000 people will be there online waiting to apply, the same as you. Most of these people have been here their whole lives. They know how this process works, and then there's just you who was just like a random foreigner who doesn't know anything. So make sure that you have good internet and you know where you want to go. And so when the portal opens, typically like around 8 a.m. people start going online like around 6 a.m. 7 a.m. they're already there. It's like the system is already being slow, so make sure you have internet. What I did was I didn't use Wi-Fi. I decided to use I'm currently using a Vodacom line, which is quite good. The internet is quite fast, so I used Vodacom line and I hotspotted my laptop, and it was quick. Like when I applied, all the major hospitals that people mostly want were still like free, like vacant. And so I had a perfect time to like choose what I wanted. I second thought, third thought, fourth thought, fifth thought. Whereas if you're slow and late, you'll find that in the city that you want to go to, there's probably like one center left and there's like five slots left. So yeah, so once this portal is open, essentially like you register your name, your information, blah 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 blah, your email address, phone numbers, all that stuff, and then you upload your documents. So you're uploading the same things essentially that you uploaded with your verifying, as well as obviously the certificate that your degree has been verified. So you're uploading your degrees again, your transcripts again, your certificates again, your high school certificates again, your birth certificate, your passport, and then obviously the certificate from the Tanzania Commission of Universities that they have verified your degree, as well as your passport and a picture. To make sure that this process goes smoothly and quick for you, make sure that you have your documents compressed. You want to have your documents like high resolution, but also like in the smallest file size possible, so that they can upload fast on the internet, because you don't want to be uploading like a file that's like 1 gig and while others uploading like 100 KB, if that makes any sense, because obviously your chances of getting the place that you want are gonna be slim. It's essentially like a first come first served type of situation. So yeah. And then so once you have submitted all of that, then comes the important part, which is where you choose your internship center. So there's Dar es Salaam, Mwanza, whatever, all these other cities, and each city has all the respective hospitals that are located therein, and then you choose the one that you want. It shows you the number of slots that are available. Some hospitals, the big ones, take like 100 interns each. Some take 50, some take 20, some take 15, some take however different numbers that they take. And then you choose your slot, and then you eventually get a control number and you go and make a payment. So this time as a foreigner, you're paying $100 for this internship placement thing, as well as $5 for your logbook. So you're paying $105 for this part alone. And then once you've paid, you submit once you've paid, the system updates and confirms your slot, and then you wait again for a date to go and collect your practice license and your internship documents, your logbook, and all that good stuff. And all of this is collected in the capital city, which is where the Medical Council of Tanganyika is. Note that I've said Tanzania Commission of Universities, and I've also said Medical Council of Tanganyika. Those are two different things. The Medical Council of Tanganyika is literally this part only, excluding Zanzibar. So if you want to go and do your internship in Zanzibar, it's a different process. But you still have to do the Tanzania Commission of Universities part, because Tanzania is the combination of Tanganyika and Zanzibar. I hope this makes sense to you guys. So if you want to go to Zanzibar, you do the TCU part, and then you have to do through the Medical Council of Zanzibar. I don't know what it's called, but if you want to be like in Tanzania mainland, then you simply follow the steps that I've told you. So once you've collected your certificates, they'll give you a date for when internship starts, and then you report to your center with your practice license and all your documents again, the originals and copies, and then you're good to go. And that is how you apply for internship. Now this year is apparently going to be a different year, because there's going to be an exam on the 13th of October apparently. So what I suggest that you guys do is you get your degrees verified in the meantime, and then wait. You get your degrees verified, and then you come and collect your certificate and wait for them to announce the exam, and then you write your exam. If you pass, then you proceed with the process as I've already mentioned above. If not, then I think there's going to be a retake, and then you just do the retake and you proceed. And so that is how you apply for internship in Tanzania. I hope that this video actually answers all the questions that you guys have had. I have answered this before, but obviously not in as much detail. This time I gave time frames. You want to minimize the time that you're going to spend here like lingering and doing nothing. If I had known that I could have someone collect my stuff for me before I come and actually apply for internship, I would have. I thought you had to get your stuff like by yourself, so I ended up being here for like a whole month just waiting for them to open the portal. And because there was also elections, I had to wait even longer. And because our internship intake was delayed because of elections and all that, it was just a whole mess. So I ended up spending a lot of money that I could have saved if I had just been at home and then come like a week before internship placement starts. And so yeah, those are things that you guys want to take into consideration. You also obviously want to go and live in an area near to the hospital of choice, so that you can see what the life around there is, so that you can decide if that's really where you want to be. Because that was one of the things that made me change my mind about where I wanted to go. I was like, nah, I can't live that far. I have to live like within you know, a certain area. And so yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Let me know if you have any more questions. I like doing these videos where I just talk about one thing and give you like all the details that you guys need about that thing, as well as like my 2 cents on it. So yeah, if you have any more questions, any more things that you have for me to talk about, if you have any more questions, any more things that you guys want me to talk about, if you have any questions and topics you want me to discuss in the next episodes of Cuppa Chats with the Stylish Med, do leave them below and I will get back to you. Remember that all the links of these processes will be in the description box. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Turn on your post notifications so that you never miss a video from me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you guys.